Hi friends, welcome to Andy Bricks. What we have here is set number 6494. The theme was time cruises. The period was 96, I believe. This set was called, another guess, sorry, Mystical Mountain Lab. And I brought this about 5-6 years ago, and it was missing its front page of the instructions, but it had its back page, so you can sort of get a bit of a picture of it. It's pretty rugged though. Looks like it's been folded 50 million times. But I always thought that the lab flew, and I've got a couple of other sets just to show you what the fronts always look the same. So you've got castle and pirates and space, but they're coming out of a cityscape, like you can make out city blocks, you know, yeah, modern buildings, let's say. So my belief was, up until just a couple of days ago, these guys were chasing baddies through history who were stealing artifacts. Now I don't believe that happened until the second wave of this, because the first wave was just goodies. These guys here, the good guys, not the goodies. But I went looking for some information, and I found this chap, Lego Rewind. This was episode 30, Time Cruises, and I'm going to leave a link in the description. Thoroughly recommend you have a look at it. But he talks about how Time Cruises began back here with this bad guy here. Somehow ended up becoming Timmy, who I'll show you in a second. And on the back he talks about this started with a mock of a time machine, and there it is there. He doesn't show us a picture, but yeah, see if I can get some more light on it. It's absolutely fantastic, the build. There's so much going on there, just bits from this whole wave, I would say. One thing I did notice, the robot in this set, I wondered if it was his face there. I used to have this minifigure, and I gave it away, unfortunately, but that was before I was filming. So back to this, we've got Professor, some people call him Professor. His name was Dr. Cyber, and Timmy is the chap next to him who has the coolest little... Now, in some pictures, you'll see him with a hairpiece. That's because it's come off of the Doctor, and the Doctor's wearing another helmet. Where did I see that picture? Oh, it's at the back of this beat up one. Just there. So, Timmy's got a hairpiece on, so he does wear the hairpiece, and the Professor has the dragon helmet with all the cool pieces. I'm not really sure about that chair thing, but we'll get to that. But that unibrow hairpiece thing, because it's got no eyebrows, is just outstanding. And I actually came across these guys in a book When I first started collecting Lego, those aren't in it. Let's remove those. When I started collecting Lego, I brought a book, and Time Cruisers was in there. None of this, it was just the bad guys train, and I just thought that was so wacky. I was rather interested. So here is our let me just take it out a bit. Here is our, it's a little bit hard to see with the colours, but he gets printing to about there and no more. But I'm pretty sure that's the same piece. I was supposed to look up to see if it was. And we get our trusted monkey. He's got a steering wheel there. Those are just clipped on with a couple of clips, but talk about some firepower in this. It's just going to be a pain in the butt. In this little boat, flying boat. So we've got a couple of rockets underneath. Two have got the old school with the pins, which allows you to grow the flame out, which is really a shame they took it away. Another big boosting thing there, and tiny little propeller, which is just real crazy. Brick built robot out of a hinge, couple of clips, and those pieces there. And he's got a winder in the back, but it just stays up and down. But I guess that's what that is. That's the first thing you build, and it was pretty crazy. Now, there's a couple of yellowed pieces in here, and I wondered whether, because the rest of it is in such great condition, like the white is so cool. So you get a couple of doors here, a couple of windows. The windows are fixed in, but these are our old school first doors we had that didn't have a frame. So you get three of those in total. As I say, I thought this was like flying through space, sort of like maybe like that, or built in its complete square, flying through space. I wasn't sure. It was just that picture on the back there is what gave me the idea that it was flying through time. But I watched this commercial. I'll link something to it. This guy tells the whole story about it, and this is actually sitting on a volcano, and I thought this was a telescope. Very cool build. I thought that was a telescope, and it's made up of some older pieces there, and yeah, I just thought it was cool. But he actually aims that at the water in the commercial and produces this machine here, the flying boat. So yeah, I think this is a fixed part. I can't remember. I think I paid $100 for it, which seems like a bargain today. But like I say, it could have been 5 years ago. They're a little bit close, pushing each other apart. Now this bit here can go flying. It's got some control panels inside that, and a little lever, so I think you can jet about in this. I'm not sure why. They just fit into, there's more of those flat tiles inside those blue pieces, which I guess were left over from the possibly one of the original, from what I know, concrete mixer. Absolutely beautiful. But see, here's a yellow piece. There's a couple in there, not too many. Apart from that, it looks really fantastic. Now on the front, there's not too much to show. You know, sorry, we've got a hose that goes nowhere down here. So I'm not sure what that is. Comes out of the wall there, goes nowhere. Aerial, a double dish, a double dish receiver, I would say, with the aerial out, which could communicate with our other green aerial in the set. Possibly, I'm not sure. That was my idea anyway. And down here, fantastic. I was so happy that these pieces were not too scuffed up, or not scuffed up at all, and you could see through them. These transclear bits that are apparently from this thing here. Now most of the stuff in this apparently is a mishmash of old school Lego from this 84. Now there's these guys go to space. Here we go here. Now I don't think they're in here. Oh, maybe they are. But there's our old guy. So he's stolen one of those. But maybe on that ship there at the back. I'm not sure what those parts are. I haven't really had a good look at them, but yes, he talks about them being from. I wish we had got that piece there. You'll understand in a minute. Just the bladey bit. There's our man again. Yeah, I really like that clear helmet, so I just brought him from Trade Me, but I think I gave it away. Anyhow, there's not too much going on in there. There's this fire mechanism, which I'm not going to shoot out, but what you get is, oh, that wasn't even on screen, so let me redo that. So in this part here, around the back of, there's the window bits, the other side just here, you know, just the other side. So on this side, I'm not sure what it's for, but you get two of these. Damn nuisance. 3 of those and 2 of these. 6 of those, sorry. 3 each barrel. And these barrels just sit on top of each other. And in that little bit there, with this little piece here, you put them in there and shoot them out. They just... I don't want to lose them. I tell you what, I'll probably lose them anyway. Let's see if I can... Ah, here we go. We've got them. So I'm going to fire the barrels on their own. Everything falls over in here. Like the, that does it constantly because of that, gosh, I knew the name of that. What's it called? Oh, anyhow, hopefully it'll come to me. It's got two names, like birch head or something. I knew it. I had it. I thought I won't need to write that one down because you'll know it. So here's our two containers. They drop in there, and for some unknown reason you shoot them out, and yeah, they fly well, but they sort of come back down on your structure. So I'm not too sure what's supposed to be in there, but get a little bit of a castle feel with the you know, these pieces here. I'm not sure quite what they were going for, but yeah, they go well, you know. But have your little 3 studs in there and keep you busy all day looking for them. If I was a child, I would have, you know, married them up so that they, because they're still hidden in there, all stuck together, and you can just, you know, you've got one to find instead of 3. So yes. Now, this here appears all the time in the Time Cruiser ads. I haven't stuck this together very well. And there's supposed to be a yellow band here. You're not even seeing what I'm talking about, so let's start that again. So this little whirly thing here that looks more hypnotic, let me just give you a demo of it up close. Why did that do that? That's funny. So we wind and away you go off into another dimension. Now I thought that was quite cute, and those things I believe come, mind you, I can't see one on the boat, but the car definitely has a couple on it, and other vehicles, I believe. These are the only ones I have. I have one from the bad guys, but I don't have an instruction for it. It's the Batwing one, and yeah, it's pretty worn out. So yes, so our professor, bless his soul, he takes control of that. Now I don't know why, but the seat comes out, and I thought he could jet around and maybe jet over to this here. That's how I would have played it. But I did see a picture of him just on there with no chair. So yes, but he does go in there with those. I don't know why there's this what's in there, another black round stud that just makes him rest in there, and he endures some forces. I don't know why he has to sit up there to time travel, but yes, you know, if you do it at a rate that sort of is the speed of what it goes in, you know, you don't want to go nuts, otherwise he'll be lost in space. But yeah, that beside the point. I had a friend ask me for one of these for his UCS Batmobile, and I haven't seen him since. I was very surprised to find one in this set after I'd gone and, you know, purchased him one. I'm pretty sure it's not that chap, but it doesn't hurt to ask. So, starting with the coolness, we have, at this end here, we have the very cool, without the headpiece that fits in there, we have the very cool Mayan sort of Indian Islanders, I don't know what they were, mask. We have the Knight's mask. Now this is my only one of this because I did have a set with this in it, but somebody wanted it, and they just fit on these things here, which doesn't seem to work too well. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't use a headpiece. Maybe it'd stick too hard, but yeah, gives it a bit of colour in there. And those fantastic helmets that they used to do back in the 90s, the Dragon Knights, fantastic stuff. Now we have a skeleton there. Now in the ad, they've gone back in time. He was wearing that helmet, causing a ruckus in a castle, and he gets imprisoned. Now I'm sure they don't imprison him in there because, you know, in there, because there's doors that, you know, it looks like they put him in there, but who knows. So in our first bin we have articles that they've grabbed out of time. I don't know whether they're going back to put them back, but we have from the wizard, from the Knight's wizard, glow in the dark, what do you call it, magic wand there, Islander's spear, and Ice Planet snowshoes. And in our second rubbish bin we have the chainsaw piece, which would have been so great to get in that orange, trans orange. Halbert, that's what it's called, the halbert, and a sword, which I actually brought new because a few parts were a little bit kicked up in this set, but majority was great. So there's the parts that I had to replace. The sword, you can see what's wrong with that. That's got a bit of whitening inside. The rubber band just is too stretched. That's been glued underneath, and the poor old space helmet has a crack in it, just at the top there. But yeah, I thought that blade would have passed through there. Little gap there for the eyes to poke through. I thought that was cool. Very nice. You know, just that little bit further Lego. Up the top we have Aquazone helmet piece, which is a fantastic cast. You know, they don't do these things anymore, sadly. It's pretty sad. We've got a Kestador's helmet, which is absolutely just in pristine condition. I didn't replace that, so, you know, this has been looked after. The helmet that I had to buy a new visor piece for, which fantastic. I need to get some of the Ice Planet stuff, but gosh, just don't see it down here in NZ, sadly. And last but not least, the good old you know, hood from the, what do you call it? A hood from the Knight's Castle realm thing. And yeah, and this just all folds up. I think you've just got to make sure that halibut's in the right place. And that was in the wrong place. But yeah, what a fantastic set. So happy to own it. Just a gem. So we've got set 6494, 504 parts, with our robot and monkey, Timmy, and oh, that's a great shot on our ending part. So we've got our robot, which is fantastic. Pretty sure that's the same one as in that book. Anyhow, about that later. Professor Cyber, Dr. Cyber, and little Timmy down there, who apparently was really quite well known through, you know, people talk about it. Anyhow, have a look at this link because it explains so much. And yes, if you're feeling lost, don't bother being, you know, here or there with it, because this is just madness. And, you know, so don't worry about feeling lost, because there's, you know, this is lost. So yeah, but it's supposed to be fun, and it certainly is that. And I recommend, if you like classic Lego and can come across this, don't hesitate. I tell you, you will totally enjoy it. So yeah, Andy Bricks out.